Sports time now, and we head on over to the sports studio. Say good evening to Mark Seal. Mark, what do you have for us?
Local track and field coach Gabriel Burnett continues to keep his athletes in tip-top shape throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, as some of them are on standby to move to another level. Burnett, the Quantum Leap coach and the head coach of the two-time defending BSAC champions, the St. Michael's School Cougars, says he has a few North American-bound scholarship athletes and he's keeping them as sharp as possible, both mentally and physically.
We have 3 athletes that will be going on scholarships in August to universities in North America. Naturally, they're disappointed about the current situation, but they have still been training. I send them workouts on a daily basis and they report to me after each session. That takes care of the physical aspect. Mentally, we've been communicating in the club's group chat on a daily basis, whether it's sending jokes, brain teasers, or just chatting and encouraging each other. I have no doubt that whatever lies ahead, the St. Michael's School and Quantum Leap track program will be prepared and ready.
Now, one of those athletes is 18-year-old Rhea Hoyt, who would have been competing at BSAC in the under 20 girls category for the final time.
COVID-19 has indeed affected my track season, as everything was basically suspended. I was especially disappointed as the season started out pretty well for me. I was confident in my training and I was in the best shape I've ever been in. It was really heartbreaking to know that 1, I would not be able to fully see the results of all the hard work I would have put in prior to the outbreak, and 2, this year would have been my last year to compete in the under 20 division, and I felt as though I had so much more to give. Amidst of all of this disappointment, the situation has strengthened my mind and allowed me to focus on the bigger picture. I still do workouts at home and try to stay in shape as I prepare for college. I am not sure how long this will last, but I am in the process of making sure I am ready for what lies ahead.
At least 2 coaches in Jamaica believe that their high school athletes will not miss out on opportunities to gain scholarships overseas due to COVID-19 pandemic. Jamaica's 2020 Intersecondary Schools Boys and Girls Champs were cancelled just like BSAC. It marked the first time in the 110-year history that their event has been cancelled because of public health concerns. We get more in this report from TVJ.
In a story aired on March 23, renowned track and field coach Stephen Francis pleaded with the Intersecondary School Sports Association, ISA, to reconsider their decision to cancel the 2020 edition of the Boys and Girls Athletics Championships in order to give student athletes an opportunity to earn scholarship.
There were probably 50 to 60 scholarships available for people who are leaving school this year. Yeah, and that might not be enough, but that might not sound a lot, but it's certainly more than people have coronavirus.
However, track and field coach Raymond Casey Graham, who coached for 3 years at Hampton College in the U.S., says the cancellation does little to stop athletes from earning scholarships.
Most of them now are waiting. They were waiting for their SAT scores or CAPE and CXC passes. If coaches were to wait until champs, then they would have been late indeed. And also, most of these senior students that have signed what is known as a National Letter of Intent, NLIA, for the school along with their scholarship. So the school cannot turn their back on them, that would take them.
Captain of 2010 Boys Champions, Wilmer's Dwayne Extel, who also attended college in the U.S., agrees.
I can tell of a few student athletes now who have been in touch with coaches from overseas. Coaches have actually been here through the start of the track and field calendar. Some have been here as early as January to come and look at athletes that they want for next year and to solidify the athletes that they have in coming. I spoke to a couple of coaches who have been here, coaches from Baylor, coaches from University of Texas Texas San Antonio, who were here for the Gibson McCook relays. They know who they want and they have an idea of who they want for the years to come.
But what about athletes who didn't make a mark in 2019?
What can help a lot of them is their performances throughout the season. So we've had so many different development meets that they had an opportunity to run a good time, throw a good distance, make a good mark. And the data is there online to show, because we have so many avenues where you can find videos of the athletes, you can find results online. So the coaches who are recruiting these athletes can go to that for reference.
On Wednesday, Graham and Extell addressed how Jamaican athletes may see less scholarships due to a new NCAA rule in the United States.
And we head back over now to the sports studio. Welcome back, Mark. Mark, you said Segway Polo?
Segway Polo, that's right. And it's not good news, as we have been hearing for the last few weeks. Another of the island's sporting organizations has missed out on the opportunity of hosting an international competition due to COVID-19 pandemic. The Segway Polo in Paradise Barbados Cup, which was slated to start on May 29th, has now been cancelled. Captain of the Barbados World Segway Polo team, Nevin Roach, says this is a major blow.
This year, we were also looking forward to hosting the Barbados Cup, which is a highly anticipated international tournament. We would usually get players from the US, from Sweden, from Germany, Austria. Players from all over the world would come to Barbados just for this tournament, and also, of course, to enjoy local cuisine, the local culture, and that sort of stuff. It generates, much needed foreign exchange for the country, and it gives us an opportunity to raise much needed funds for the club. So that is a huge opportunity that is missed for us, and we now have to tentatively look at next year, April, to host that tournament.
Barbados are defending world champions, and they were in preparation mode for the European Championships set for the end of June, which still hangs in the balance as far as playing is concerned. While restrictions on outdoor activity has prevented players from training, the local organization has been using this downtime to their advantage.
Despite not being able to operate as per usual, we were able to look at the silver lining in the cloud, and that for us was being able to focus on, equipment maintenance, checking the segways, make sure that everything is up to speed, building new mallets for new players, and getting up to speed with certain administrative duties that we weren't able to focus on because we had so much going on with practice and so forth. So with every bad situation, there are always positives that can come out of it.
Now, what do bodybuilders and fitness athletes do during a nationwide shutdown? Well, according to local bikini fitness competitor and regional manager of Fitness Warehouse Barbados Inc., Shakira Dougling, with a structured program from her coach and the use of some equipment, she's coping quite well from her home.
In terms of my lifestyle, certain things have remained the same. My rest, meal frequency and meal times, my supplementation, water consumption have all remained the same. I am the regional manager of Fitness Warehouse Barbados Inc., and I work from home like so many of you out there. And in terms of my fitness, that has remained the same too. What I would do is I would make some adjustments. I've used my TRX suspension bands, resistant bands, dumbbells, and even some supplies within my home because I have to make some adjustments. My coach would send me the program and I would make the adjustments so that I can get my workout done.
Meanwhile, former men's physique national champion Hadley Hoyt, who last competed in June 2019 at the Darcy Beckles Diamond Cup, says he's been in the gym recently, so he has used this opportunity to give his body some rest.
Up to the 28th of March, I still had access to the gym, so I was still training. But after that, since the curfew I started and stuff, I actually decided to take a little break, like a 1 week break, because generally I train all year round. I don't ever stop training. Maybe even if not just for competition, it's just for my my health in general. I train all year, so I took a short break and I have my own weights at home. So since then, since the week had gone, I restarted at home, just doing some quick 30-minute workouts, just so I won't be too lazy or actually get fat.